these rare structures are getting even more important because of the addition of armor trims. If you want to get the Vex armor, one of my favorites, you'll need a woodland mansion on a 50-50 chance, but if you want the silence trim, Minecraft's new rarest, you have just a 1.2% chance for every chest you find in an ancient city. In other words, you might need 80 or even more of these, which means you'll need to do something a little special, which is where this seed comes in. Because hello, I'm AbyaXToyCat, welcome to Seed Sunday, and isn't this a fun spawn? Having a village at your doorstep and having a woodland mansion at their doorstep seems like a really great seed if you wanted to get the Vex armor trim, but you know, that's not the rarest trim in Minecraft, is it? I don't get out of bed for just a woodland mansion near spawn, despite that being an incredibly rare thing on the Bedrock edition, but what is even rarer than that is maybe what you'll find if you go into this big deep hole in the ground. I mean, I'm sure it can't be too interesting, right? So by just using a few planks and a little bit of night vision, you can see exactly what this cave offers, and my god, that is a deep, dark biome, one of the rarest in Minecraft, and some exposed diamonds too. And then if you're willing to just work your way through the cave a little bit further, we'll do it in fast forward, but it's just a few steps really, you'll find an ancient city with no steps, no requirement, no tools needed from the spawn. A hole next to the spawn gets you access to this, and every chest you open has a chance for getting no silence trim. It's 1.2% chance. What are you expecting here? I could have just faked it, but here's the deal. It is a 1.2% chance and it is random. Every chest you open has a roughly 1 in 80 chance of giving you the silence trim, and this means that if we're being totally honest, you're not always going to get it on your second or your third chest or even anywhere in the ancient city, which might seem like a bummer, but here's the wonderful thing. Because you're watching this video, you're clearly going to be starting a new world, and so why not start a new world and do a little bit of Groundhog's Day, because every time you go and explore this thing, the second time, I'm not even going to have night vision or planks just to show you it's possible, just jump down the hole, follow the things, get past the diamonds, and wow, the skulk sensors have even guided me to the exact same place, and this time I could easily get the silence trim, and if I don't, we can Groundhog's Day over and over and over again. I usually don't believe in cheesing RNG by trying over and over again, but ultimately this is a really rare and valuable trim that you might want to just play around with, and now you can do that in a legit survival world using this seed, which has even more to offer, by the way. So that ancient city is amazing, and having it so close to a woodland mansion is honestly what makes this seed absolutely wonderful. By the way, have I mentioned already, this seed is going to work exactly the same on Bedrock and Java. Their structure generation is different, so if I show you this clip from Cracked Magnet, you can see that actually the village generates very slightly differently, but the village, the ancient city, and the woodland mansion are all here regardless if you're playing Bedrock or Java. And on Bedrock, you even get a few goodies from the chest here to help you take down the mansion. So woodland mansion right next to spawn, really great for getting those armor trims, but you know what else would help you get some armor trims? Having the third best structure or rarest structure, and having quite a few of them. And I'll admit, having all of this stuff near spawn will make you feel quite spoiled, but before I show you the other rarest structure you're going to want to get your hands on quite a few of, let me show you something else that's close to spawn, because when you go to the Nether, very close to your spawn coordinates, there are two versions of one of the most valuable things that you're going to need. You could also get your Nether Fortress and all that stuff, but there are two bastions relatively close to spawn. One of them is found over here, complete with gold and a lot of chests for getting that nice snout trim and the Netherite upgrade. The other of which is found right over here, both of them being very close to spawn. Getting one bastion anywhere close to your first Nether portal is something that you should feel very lucky about, so having both is something that I really enjoy. Okay, now let's go back to the overworld and really appreciate the beauty of this spawn once more. I really enjoy it, that's why I have some fun B-roll shots of it throughout the video. I absolutely love this combination of things, love, even the biomes, like having a meadow next to a roof forest is going to be a unique survival experience, but if you're, doubted beyond that, if you think this is one of those seeds that's only really good because it has a couple of structures near spawn, it is one that I really like going beyond that because you can find all sorts of other structures that you're probably interested in. So if you go past the woodland mansion and through this entire dark forest as it's actually known, it'll always be the roof forest to me, right? You'll spot something interesting, and that something interesting is a pillager outpost. These are really great because they're one of the easiest armor trims you can get access to, and obviously you're not going to need it on this world, but it's still nice to have humble beginnings. Except, would you believe it gets even better? So here's the fun thing about Minecraft. Ocean monuments are really hard to find because they only spawn in deep ocean. However, something fun about Bedrock is sometimes it's possible to do better than once. So I've traveled thousands of blocks for an ocean monument before, and I'd usually never include one in a seed video that had the same requirement unless there was something a little bit special. So this is an ocean monument containing 3 20% chances at getting one of the rarer trims there, and most people, if they don't get it, their soul would be absolutely crushed, but not you, because this includes the really fun Bedrock feature, in my opinion, which is really low separation distances between ocean monuments, which means that if you just travel to a second monument, it's not a super far distance, the same ocean and the same boat will contain another one of these. Wow, that sure is pretty cool in my opinion. Look at that, a second ocean monument just above the previous one, except obviously that's as many as you can get in one ocean. You're gonna have to travel all the way across the world to find a third, except nope, of course I'm mentioning it because by heading just a few hundred blocks this way, past a ruined portal, funnily enough, you'll find a third ocean monument. Wow. 3 ocean monuments means you are guaranteed to get one of these ocean trims, unless you're incredibly unlucky, in which case, yeah, you're kind of out of luck here. Except no, I'm lying, if you are incredibly unlucky, you know what you can actually do instead? All you gotta do is head a little bit diagonally this way. And do you know what you find? A 4th ocean monument. Just to show you those coordinates side by side here, they basically make almost like a square. It is crazy to see each of those next to each other. But yeah, 4 ocean monuments, and even better than this, just in case you still say to yourself, well, going for 4 ocean monuments is great, but then I'll have a ruined portal in the middle of nowhere. If, like me, you like to have long-term plans for a world, and you like something that's got a little bit more value to you, you might like what you find in this direction. You know, the funniest thing for me to show you at this point would be a 5th ocean monument, right? But instead, something much better than a 5th ocean monument is a mushroom island. However, you know, I can sense that some of you are a little bit disappointed. You're saying, really, Toycat? You're saying all that work, all that way just to find a mushroom island? And for those of you, a 5th ocean monument, there you go, you're welcome. This is a crazy seed when it comes to what's at the spawn, but it's backed up by what you find across the rest of the world. I personally think that is really fun, I think that is really cool, and that is something worth building a never travel network over, and yeah, having a mushroom island is something that many people don't have. I have to travel for thousands and thousands and thousands of blocks for mine, so to have it just a reliable 4,000 blocks away from spawn, buy some ocean monuments, which you can turn into a lot of farms, is really fun in my opinion. You know what else is fun in my opinion though? The ending of this video. Wow, this is sad. Did you know greater than 99% of house fires happen to be blue aren't subscribed to the IBX Toycat channel? And so if you want to see more Bedrock seeds, news, and everything else related to this version of the game, you can subscribe to the channel. A lot of it does relate to how Java and Bedrock interact with each other, so if you're curious about that too, then subscribe where you can see my high quality pants, which will disappear when I die. You know, I don't call them pants, I'm British. These are clearly trousers. You know, like if they were pants, then this would be a very different type of Minecraft video, and thankfully, it's not. And if you stay subscribed, then you can keep it that way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Yeah, you like my diamond underwear? That's what you're saying when you say pants.